Members of Congress are underpaid. That's something that maybe why Barb Byram didn't want to go. That's not enough money, maybe. Or so says Virginia Congressman Jim Moran. He told Roll Call that lawmakers can't live well in Washington, D.C. on the $174,000 a year they make. So he wants to introduce an amendment to raise their pay in the not-too-distant future. He says the general public might think that's too high and it's a lot of money, but these fellas that I work with, he thinks, are the board of directors for the largest economic entity in the world, and they deserve more money. A member of the U.S. House of Representatives, Congressman Bill Huizenga, is with us right now on the other end of our AT&T line. He is from the Grand Rapids, Zeeland area, if you will. Welcome to the program. Thanks for being available so early.
Hey, good morning, MPS. No problem.
You need to vote yourself a raise?
I don't see that happening anytime soon. It rings hollow with the American people, and frankly, our job performance hasn't been all that great in the last few years. So, I guess I understand the sentimentality of where he's going, because Washington, D.C., I mean, you've been out here. It's a very expensive place to live and those kinds of things. And it's strange having to sort of maintain a life in two worlds, but that is not going to happen. I certainly won't be voting for it.
Do you know this fella, Jim Moran?
I don't know him really personally at all. I mean, I've met him, but he's been a long-time fixture around in Washington. He's from Northern Virginia here, and all of his constituents are people that commute into Washington and live and work around in the D.C. area.
Well, what do they need more money for? He only has to keep one residence then, right?
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't begrudge anyone getting a raise, even members of Congress. I think it's an interesting thing for him to float at the moment, and also to dispel the myth that because you're a member of Congress, you live like a king there. You know what I mean? It's not that way.
Well, I mean, you've come out and I think one time I came on the show and you were saying, or I was saying, you meet interesting people and the people that you sit next to, and you said, at the Palm for dinner. I said, well, no, like at the cafeteria downstairs in the basement of Longworth. So it's not all fancy schmancy dinners and all that stuff, but there certainly are some. I was at one last night with the ambassador of Ukraine, which was fascinating, by the way. But you have people coming from a lot of different walks in life. For some people, this is going to be the most that they've ever made in a job ever. It will be the most that they will make. Others are taking huge, massive pay cuts. They've been successful in business or successful in other areas of life. But you have to view this as service. And if you view this as service, I think you can figure out a way how to survive.